of y'all have lost the plot, and it shows. When Harriet Tubman said she could have saved so many more if they only knew they were enslaved, this has got to be what she was talking about. We are not canceling Christmas because we can't afford to take care of the children that we created. We are canceling Christmas so the powers at be can learn very quickly that we cannot be played with. You understand that when you go out Black Friday shopping, Christmas shopping, you are putting your hard-earned dollars, really your underpaid hard-earned dollars, into the pockets of Fortune 500 companies that are worth billions and trillions of dollars. Then they take that money and they fund the campaigns of all of the politicians that have been playing in our faces for the year 2025. Healthcare, income, taxes, your SNAP benefits, whatever it is that does affect you, the politicians that are sitting in positions of power right now have been bought. And they have been bought by the companies that you are about to go spend money with. So if we take away our dollar, they will feel it and understand, wait a minute, we can't keep doing these people like that. They're going to call the politicians that they put in power and say, hey, stop with the shit. We're losing money. And either the politicians are going to make some stuff happen, or they're going to lose the funding from these Fortune 500 companies that are becoming wealthy from our hard-earned, underpaid dollars. That's why we're canceling Christmas.
I heard that we were canceling Christmas. We weren't doing the holidays. So they went out of their way to get a plethora of Black Christmas decorations in order to lure us in and to spend our money, because the Black dollar runs the economy. Never in my 34 years of living have I seen a Black Santa in CVS. And they got them everywhere. They got the Mrs. Claus, the Angel Tree Chopper, flavors. You hear me? Look, found another one. Entire aisle. Usually the white Santa looks normal. Now he looks like the odd man out. And this aisle full of variations of Black Santas and Mrs. Claus. This tells you immediately the power of the Black dollar. Just last year, people were painting their Santa Claus faces brown so it can resemble their family. To now, there are aisles being dedicated to Black Christmas decor. These corporations understand the value of the Black dollar, to now they're dangling Christmas decorations in our face. We're not falling for it. At least I'm not.
So I think you've heard the news. I think all of America, at least us as parents and people that, have loved ones, all humans in America, I think we're going to boycott Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now, if you have stuff already planned, we're not talking about you. We are talking merely on the excess that we would have spent for Thanksgiving and Christmas specifically. So if you say, Don John, I can't do that, man. I got to buy my kids something. I have to do something. Well, how about this? How about instead of buying them 10 toys and crap that they're not going to use in 72 hours after they open the gifts, how about this? So instead of buying 10 gifts, how about you just buy 1 to 3? And how about they all be under $100 total? And if we're going to make this a little spicy, your children have to give away the same amount of toys, the same amount of luxuries, clothes, shoes, etc. They have to give the same amount away that they are going to receive. Because there's nothing wrong with you saying, hey, little Johnny, hey, little Sarah, I'm going to get you 5 Christmas gifts, 3 Christmas gifts this year. But if you want these gifts, you have to give something away. And so they'll really be like, man, I think I really want these gifts. Because what are you doing? You're teaching your child not just to critically think. You're teaching your child how not to be a consumer and how not to overindulge, overconsume, as so many of us grown folk are. So that's just part one of this interesting series, because I know you feel it. I feel it. There's something happening this year, and a lot of people might not even have it like that to buy a whole bunch of gifts anyway. So I think we might be defunding Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Well, hello there. This is a public service announcement for Black Americans and Black Americans only. Black American, I mean Sulani American. I mean Indigenous Copper Color American. I mean African Americans. We're one and the same. We just go by different names based on, how you feel. Gullah Geechees, the Creoles, all of us. Hi. Gather. So this year and moving forward, we are doing away with Halloween celebrations. We're doing away with Thanksgiving celebrations. We really can do away with Christmas celebrations, and here's why. One, they're all very superficial holidays that really honor capitalism and not anything else. There are no really significant cultural ties, significant meanings or values or morals or principles behind any of those holidays in America. Okay. Christmas is not Yule. Christmas is not Jesus's birthday. Christmas is Christmas. And if you look at the history of Christmas, when it was created and why it was created, you wouldn't want to celebrate it anyway. If you want to celebrate the birth of Jesus, then pick an actual day biblically that was around that time, because it wouldn't have been in December. I digress. Halloween. There's Hallows Eve over in Europe. That has cultural significant principles and meanings to honor their ancestors, right? De los Muertos, I believe it's called, the Day of the Dead in Mexico, okay? Honors ancestors, very cultural significance and ties and values and morals and principles behind them. Halloween specifically, no, it's about going door to door to strangers' house in the dark and getting candy that's filled with dye, sugar, and other stuff that your children should not be eating. The costumes, I'm fine with that. That's actually pretty fun. I get, it's a way to be creative. It does celebrate creativity in that sense, but everything else is capitalistic. Okay. And the same with Christmas. Thanksgiving, that's celebrating genocide and super capitalistic. If you want to actually get with your family and have a celebration and food and things, it literally doesn't have to be on those days. Those days are specifically designed to spend money at a different time to keep billionaires, right? So we're doing away with that. We had a holiday, okay, within our community as melanated Americans, Black Americans, African Americans, the Indigenous Americans. Okay, we did. And it was called All Saints Day. And we put All Saints Day, we had to, at that time, mask it under the gaze of Catholicism. And when they celebrate, we put it where Catholics had their holidays to mask it so that we wouldn't get in trouble for celebrating it. But what we did on All Saints Day was we honored our loved ones who moved on, transitioned, went to heaven, whatever you believe where they went. It was to honor them. And I get very upset when Christians think that honoring ancestors is demonic, because you assume that honoring means to worship, like you worship Jesus, who has no blood ties to you at all, and that you don't know for sure ever even existed. But I digress with that as well. All Saints Day is to honor your loved ones who transitioned or moved on or who died. Okay? It's to honor them. The same way you honor Dr. Martin Luther King, who's dead. Malcolm X, who is dead. Nina Simone, who's dead. And every other celebrity star, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. You guys all honor these people on their birthdays. You mourn them, and all these things. But it's wrong to do that for your family members. When y'all do that, in a sense anyway, when a specific song comes on and it brings up the memory of that dead person and you cry and you mourn them, or you smile and you celebrate those memories of them in that moment, that's honoring your ancestor. Okay. Why is it not demonic to honor every other dead person? You guys honor Mary Magdalene, you marry Mary, the mother of Jesus. You honor all these. You honor your pastors
on whatever day in church that you have to honor your pastors. You'll do that. You'll honor all these people when they're living, but it gets demonic when you honor them now that they're no longer on earth. Why? Ask yourself that. That's going to take critical thinking, and a lot of you don't have that. But anyways, I digress with that. All Saints Day. I'm not going to get into the details on how to celebrate it on here, but what I will do is put the history behind it and what it is as a post. And now under that post, if you want to know specifically how to celebrate it and the preparation for it, you will comment under there and I will directly message you specifically, because I'm not going to put that information for everybody. Right? Because it's specific for us. It was a holiday created by us for us. And it is closed. You do not have to participate in hoodoo to celebrate. It is simply a celebration to honor, celebrate. Food is involved for those who want to gather in food, family, and very symbolic, very rich, very deep and impactful. So we're getting away from superficial bullshit to very deep-rooted, impacting, low cost, by the way. Very low cost to celebrate All Saints Day. There's no, we got to get all these gifts, save up for months, work all this overtime, get all these decorations that are going to go in a landfill, and not like our earth is already dying. And like we can't get rid of the trash that's already floating around the ocean and the Bermuda Triangle. But I digress with that. All Saints Day, Black folk, Black American, Sulani American, Indigenous American, Moor American, Morocco American, whatever you want to call yourself, that is this, and a descendant of slavery here in America, this is for you.
We're not celebrating Christmas this year. We're not celebrating Christmas this year. I need you. Your job is to tell your aunties and your uncles and your grandparents, tell them, I don't need nothing. The kids don't need nothing. We don't need shit. We got TVs in our house. We got phones in our hands. We got laptops. We got computers. We don't need no more jewelry. We don't need no gifts. We don't need no more clothes. The overconsumption has already gone too far anyway. We don't need it. We're not celebrating Christmas this year. Tell your motherfucking kids right now, look, this is for your greater good. This is for the sake of your future. This is so your vote matters. So you won't get gerrymandered. This is for your rights, for women's rights, for you to be able to be yourself, so that you'll be able to afford a house, so you can invest, so the economy doesn't tank. We are not celebrating Christmas. Every corporation needs to feel this. Every single one. I don't want to see nobody out on Black Friday. Them deals ain't that good anyway. When the last time a Black Friday deal got you out your goddamn couch? Come on now. Cyber Monday, turn the goddamn computer off. Don't even go on Amazon. Don't even go on Amazon, man. For real, we not celebrating Christmas. On Thanksgiving, me and a couple other people have been planning on feeding the homeless or just going out and doing something for charity. So I can't say that I'm not going to be out buying food. But Thanksgiving, we don't need a big Thanksgiving. We don't. We don't need a big, huge Thanksgiving. And I need y'all to spread this word. Please, please spread the word. We are not doing it. We hitting them everywhere. I, for one, am still going to be out in the streets protesting with my feet and my body. Because in my city, it's a little bit deeper than just, oh, we ain't going out there. Our kids are out there already. They're in our city. They're in our apartment complexes. They're in our neighborhoods. When you sit in front of your building and your apartment complex, they coming up and harassing people in D.C., in Memphis, in Chicago, in Portland. I'm still protesting that as well. But the way y'all telling me that, oh, well, you don't need to be out there protesting, you need to financially protest. Porque no los dos. I don't give a fuck. Spread the word. We not doing the Christmas shit. I don't even do that shit anyway. Most I do is buy my little girlfriend, if I have a girlfriend at the time, something. I might get my mom something, but I don't even do the shit anyway.
This comment asks, why are we boycotting Christmas? Obviously, we're not telling everyone to not spend time with your loved ones, but let's talk about Christmas and the holiday season. Every year, the holidays are framed as a season of giving, when we're really being pressured to spend. Spend money we don't have on gifts that we don't need to enrich corporations that don't care if we live or die. While they distract us with sales and Christmas lights, millions of Americans saw their SNAP benefits delayed or threatened during the shutdown. And even though the government recently passed a bill to reopen, states are still scrambling to restore full payments after the program lapsed for the first time in its 60-year history. Congress is pushing legislation to make healthcare even more expensive, while corporations continue to lay off workers and pay poverty wages. Meanwhile, our tax dollars are still funding genocide. Billions of dollars being sent to Israel, the UAE, and other governments committing atrocities in Palestine, Congo, and Sudan. The same government that claims it can't afford healthcare, housing, or food for its own people somehow always has unlimited money for war and occupation. All of this suffering is happening, and we are being told to get into the holiday spirits and consume, consume, consume. For Christians, Christmas is about the birth of Jesus, who was a Palestinian revolutionary murdered by state and religious violence. Exactly the kind of violence that Palestinians have been facing for over 7 decades. So boycotting Christmas is not about rejecting joy or family. If we really want to get into the holiday spirits, that should mean standing with the people who are suffering the most, instead of feeding into the very systems that are killing them. So this year and every year, let's give intentionally. Make gifts by hand, support small locally owned businesses. Support Black, Brown, Indigenous owned businesses. Donate to your local food banks and shelters. Donate to mutual aid. Support families in Palestine, Congo, and Sudan. Put your money and your energy where your values are.
And while we're on task, go ahead and cancel Christmas. Go on and start that family chat and let them know that you're not exchanging gifts this year. Hopefully everybody in your family is on board. And I know you're thinking about the kids. Well, Facebook Marketplace. If you're going to buy something for somebody, buy something small and local. You know, support a small retailer. But it's going to be Red Friday for these folks this year. Someone called it that in my chat. It says it's not going to be Black Friday this year. It need to be Red Friday. And I agree 100%. Hashtag Red Friday. But it's a good opportunity to teach your kids that freedom ain't free. And it's a conversation that need to be had because, you know, somebody going to have to sacrifice and we're going to have to fight for this shit. So here we are. And those retailers, they're going to know. I know they're sitting on inventory from last winter. And guess what? They're going to have that same inventory next winter. It's like, seriously, let's do this. There were Christmases I had as a kid where my mom didn't have any money. She made a sweet potato pies, and that was fine. You know, they were good. We were just as happy. We were like, who's in Whoville? And I think that's how it needs to be. You know, if you want to do something, switch it up a little bit. Do some community service. Spend some time, you know, serving in a soup kitchen as a family. Donate some money to like a homeless shelter. Help somebody else this year. Do something that really counts if you're going to do something. But if you buy something, please buy something small and local. Don't give these retailers nothing. We're not spending money. October, November, December, they make a whole lot of money off of us. And here's the time to teach them. We're not spending no money. Red Friday, cancel Christmas.
Cyber Monday, Cyber Tuesday, whatever the fuck it is. Fuck them deals, bro. Everything you need, you got right now. We're going to cancel Christmas. Let's just do it. Okay. Collectively.
Okay.
What do we have to lose?
Nothing at all.
You literally have nothing to lose. You explain to your children what's going on in this country, man. Fuck that fantasy shit. Fuck that. We too far gone for fantasy, bro. This ain't no happy time in America. You know what my family used to do for Christmas? They used to keep traditions that came out of the South going. They used to give us apples and oranges for Christmas because that's sometimes all people would afford. And at some point, it was more so about a tradition of apple and oranges nourishment. You gifting somebody nourishment, something that's good for their body. Also, something that they was growing themselves. I come from that real South, nigga. My folks from Thomaston, Georgia, they got nigga day out there. You don't know nothing about that. I'm proposing a Black Friday blackout and we canceling Christmas. Because if you want protest them with your time. Because we ain't all got time to protest. We do all got money. Mm-hmm. And a lot of y'all finna go in debt for Christmas, and then y'all gonna wait on them taxes to come back so you can get back on your feet. Fuck that. We telling our kids what's going on in this country. We telling our kids we are in the midst of being underneath a fascist regime. Yes. Tell your kids that we are on the precipice of real fascism. We are watching fascism take place in real time. When a nigga is deploying the National Guard on the streets, when they have ICE agents who can break any federal law, these ICE agents ain't got no body cams on. They're breaking the law. Mm-hmm. They got no knock warrants. They're getting paid buku money. They're hiding their faces. No, fuck that. We canceling Christmas. And at the top of the year, everybody should file exempt.
Ooh. Everybody files exempt for 6 months to June.
6 months till June. I'm dead ass. Y'all got to do something. And these are things that's very actionable. You don't need 100. You don't need it. Buy your kids some shit throughout the year. Stop putting all the emphasis of your parenthood on Christmas. Right. Stop waiting till Christmas to show niggas you love them with gifts. Mm-hmm. Show niggas you love them throughout the year with time.
Hi guys, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. I'm B-Boy. Remember, if it was for the first time you're coming across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. You guys, into this clip is all about how Black Americans are canceling Christmas, and they are also canceling Thanksgiving, and it has really affected a lot, especially the MAGA supporters and white folks, because when black people unite to boycott Christmas, it's really shaking the economy of United States, because these people really need black people. These people really need black people to go and buy some stuffs in their shops. And black people that really come out in large number and they are saying that we have saved this money for a very long period of time. We have saved this money for 11 months. Why can we just go and spend it for a few days? It's really high time we cancel this Christmas. It's really high time we cancel this Thanksgiving, because these people, they feel like they just using them, because right now we really know what's really going in America. The economy of America, it has really risen up to an extent whereby the cost of living, it is at a high peak, whereby a lot of people ain't affording the price of things that are being sold in America. Everyone is complaining of how life has been difficult. Everyone is complaining of how the cost of living, it has really risen up. And black Americans, they have really come out and said that instead of going to this shop buying expensive things, let us go and support those people who are in the street. Let us go and try to buy food for those beggars that are in the street, instead of going to buy this thing to these people who are just selling them at a very expensive price. So black people, they are really united, and they are really shaking the economy of America by telling these people that they will boycott Christmas. Because the reason why MAGA supporters and white folks are furious is because when black people will cancel these things, the economy of America, it will really crash. It will really slow down, and this is what's really affecting these people a lot. For a very long period of time, black people have been able to supporting those businesses that are in United States. They have been supporting them. They have been going there buying stuff from them. But whenever black people, they have problems, these people don't really show up. Whenever black people, they have something to talk about or to share with other people, so at least maybe they can be heard, their voice can be heard, there's no anyone that really show up to support these black people. But when these people really need black people that have been always supportive, they have been supporting their business, they have been supporting everything. But when it's come to black people, that's where they draw the line. So this is the reason why a lot of black people that really came out and said that they will not only boycott Christmas only, but they will boycott all holidays. They will cancel all the holidays, because there's no way they will be just benefiting other people and these people ain't benefiting them. There's no way they will be making other people rich, whereas for them, they're going bankrupt, they're going poor, because black people that have said that we have saved this money for 9 or 11 months. Why can't we continue saving it? instead of maybe going and wasting it for a couple of days. We all know Christmas is that day that you give to children. Christmas is that day you go and meet with your family. Christmas is that day you go and show love to your loving brothers, your loving sister. But a lot of black have really come out and said that if I have bought small gifts for my children, what else do they need? I've gifted them enough. So this time we are really canceling this Christmas festival season. We want to relax. We want to go and help those people who are really in need. We want to go and help those homeless people that are in the street. We want to go and help those people who don't have food to eat in the street. At least that will really show that how your money it has been spent. At least if you spend that your money that way, it will really help in a place. And a lot of people have really come out and have really talked about this, is that they are saying that stop buying those expensive worthless pocketbooks, tennis shoes and cars. Yeah, our black brothers are saying stop buying those expensive worthless pocketbooks, tennis and shoes and cars from these shops, from these other people. We are just making them richer instead of maybe us also gaining. So guys, we really hope things will be better. We really hope all will be well. Another person have really come out and said that all African people everywhere must unite. We all know black people, we should unite together as one. Black people from diaspora, black people from African, we should just unite together. And we all know if you unite together, we'll be stronger. That person I recently came out and said that mine have been adjusting since 2016. We don't celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Halloween, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and any holiday like clinical, the May and that Irish holiday that I can't think of right now. It's just like any other day, and I save a lot of money and my spirit feel good. Yeah, a lot of people have been saving this money because they have been canceling all these holiday. Another person really came out and said that I believe this is what God meant when he said get out of Babylon. He didn't mean leave the country like some things. I think he meant get out of the economy. Stop giving your money to those corporation designers and finance holiday. That's also part of our repentance. Yeah guys, we really hope things will be better guys, and let me know what you think in the comment section. And if it was for the first time I come across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for your time. May God bless you whenever you are. One love.